Living their lives, we just living their lives. Parking plots, living their lives.
So if you don't know Mr. Arnold, he designed the new PassportHeavy logo, which right when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's so sick. So for people that don't know, you joined the PassportHeavy crew like recently, like?
Yeah, about less than a year, or coming close to a year now. It's probably maybe 8 or 9 months.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was originally brought on to do some brand identity work and try and help sort of reshape the PassportHeavy brand. And you know, it's been a success. We've been traveling and working since then, and it's been magical.
Yes,
yeah, to say the least.
Literally dream job, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So you were telling me like back at Omnia, so you obviously had a job like back in Australia. Like, how did you make the transition to like finding Jabril and going independent? Or
for sure.
Keep going,
I used to do some branding for a few social influencers. And one of the influencers that I worked for happened to know Jabril quite well.
Nice.
And she mentioned meeting him in passing.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that 2 days after she spoke to him, I happened to inadvertently message him and just said, look, I love your work. If you ever need any help with any projects, feel free to consider me a resource. And he just put 2 and 2 together. Yeah. And was like, oh, this must be the Arnold that that Asiami mentioned.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just said, send me your work, and I sent him my work, and the rest has been history. He's like, come out to Bali. I came out the first time and we worked, and we've just been traveling since. So
rest is history.
It's been a dream, I'm telling you.
Yes. So there you go. Connections, connect with people. You never know who can connect you to who.
100%.
And all right, let's go to the next car.
Yes, go. I'll stay on the other side. I don't like it.
How many cars? One more? Oh, one more car over here. So you were telling me at Omnia, so what was it like? Did you work for like a corporate company, or like what was that?
Yeah, so like? I used to, I've actually worked in a few different industries, but because I'm a because I'm a graphic and digital designer by trade, I pretty much got a scholarship to study at a really prestigious design school. Finished that, got a job in the design industry thinking that would make me happy. Yeah. Only to realize that I still hated it, and the only common denominator was the fact that I had my time controlled and restricted. It was through that I was like, clearly this isn't meant to be this. There has to be more to life than this. Yeah. So I literally walked into work one day and quit my job with no plan. It wasn't premeditated. I just got to lunchtime and I said, I went to my boss's office and I said, I don't think I can do this anymore. And he's like, are you quitting? And I said, I think so. Yeah. And I went home and panicked.
Yeah, it's like, well, I know I don't want to do this. Yeah. So you took that step.
Yeah, pretty much. So from that, I was able to, I was pretty much in a position where I had no other option other than to try and make working for myself work. Yeah. And I just jumped on Instagram and messaged every influencer I follow and just said, hey, if you ever need any design help, feel free to consider me a resource. And
21st century business in a box right there. That's the plan, right?
And so it was through that I sort of hustled and worked with a bunch of people. And it was through that, as I mentioned before, that I was linked up with Asiami Gold, who was then the plug to connect me to Jabril. So we worked together for about 8 months, and yeah, the rest is history.
Boom!
Yeah.
Like so your job was pretty much like a 9 to 5?
Yeah, it was a 9 to 5. Actually, to be honest, because it was the design industry, it was more like 9 to 12 a.m. Like the way the design industry tends to work is you go home when the work is done. So it's not even like you can leave at 5, and they still expect you to come in the next morning. So it was a really, really intense, really rigorous industry, and I think that naturally helped build a solid sense of work ethic that I still obviously implement now. But it was through that I just having my time dictated and controlled is really what I just didn't like and I didn't want,
That's the best part of doing your own thing, is having the time of your day just to let your day flow how it flows. You know what I'm saying? Just those little things.
100%.
I gotta pinch myself sometimes. We made it.
Yeah.
Yes. So how many DMs
did I send?
Did you send? Because some people could be like, all right, I'll send out a few dozen, or you're talking about a few hundred, like 1,000.
I literally messaged 85% of the people that I follow, and I'm probably at maybe 800 followers now. But then on top of that, I would do like I would literally look up hashtags, specific hashtags like digital nomad or social influencers, or I'd do like location hashtags like Bali, and look for influencers within those hashtags and DM them. So it was literally, it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Yeah.
And to find the people who could ideally use your services. And everyone's on Instagram.
100%.
There's something called hashtags and location tags. Anyways, 101 people. Cheers, Arnold. Check them out on Instagram, PassportHeavy, Instagram, all that stuff. Boom!
Living that life. We just living that life. Talking plies, living that life. We just living that life. You're listening to the Living That Life Digital Nomad Podcast. Hit the subscribe button on iTunes if you're a boss, and check out the YouTube channel for dope travel videos. Let's get it.